San Francisco, where the most tenured member of the Board of Supervisors now considering a run to unseat Mayor London Breed this November.
Wilson Walker with a look at how this could shake up the race. Wilson?
Well, Liz, we were standing here exactly at the beginning of the week, Monday, in much more favorable weather. We were talking about the mayor's race, and the big question, we said, was whether or not someone gets in on the progressive side of the spectrum in San Francisco. Well, it looks like that is about to happen. And if it does, it would involve someone who has been around San Francisco politics for a very long time.
Joe-san. So I'm going to go knock on some neighborhood organizations' doors, hear what people are saying, and make a decision in the weeks and months ahead.
Supervisor Aaron Peskin says the decision is still being made. We caught up with him in Chinatown, but he is about to start feeling things out beyond his district.
But I want to go put my toe in the water in the Excelsior and in the Mission and in the Sunset and the Richmond. And I'm going to do that in the weeks ahead and see whether there's an appetite out there.
Because there's sort of a crowded field with some similar messages, he's going to be able to stand alone with having a message that I think resonates with his core of voters.
Political science professor Jason McDaniel is talking about the much-discussed progressive lane available in the mayor's race, a label McDaniel says would fit Peskin well.
I also think, though, that he's also the kind of progressive that is not necessarily a turnoff to other voters. He's somebody who's been around for a long time, over 20 years.
Yeah, it's true. Aaron's one of the longest tenured members of the San Francisco political class in history. And
Alex Clemens is a longtime communications consultant, lobbyist, and observer of San Francisco politics. He has been digging through the record books, and Peskin's tenure is a remarkable one.
He served 2 terms on the Board of Supervisors, first getting elected at age 35, 36.
I think everybody should be pleasantly surprised.
And then he departed because we have a 2 consecutive term limit. That's an important thing to remember.
It was a 7-year break, but then a twist of fate brought a special election and 2 more full terms.
He's making 17 years of service. There's only one person in the history of San Francisco who has served on the Board of Supervisors longer than 17 years. And that's a guy named Dewey Mead, who you have not heard of.
Suppose for a moment he runs for mayor. He wins.
I believe Aaron Peskin would surpass Dewey Mead and would surpass Dianne Feinstein, who also has 18 years of service, though combined as supervisor and mayor.
Any concern that, with so many people frustrated over the state of the city, they look at someone with a lot of experience and hang that on you a little bit?
Listen, people are going to have to make choices.
And the supervisor now has a choice to make of his own. Does he claim the progressive baton to make a run for the mayor's office at a time when, by his own admission, the city is in trouble?
Let's be honest, I've gone back and forth on this, and I'm weighing it again, and I'm warming up to the idea.
So there you go. He's weighing this decision. And who knows, there's a couple months still for Supervisor Peskin or someone else to jump into this race. So we'll see how that unfolds. Progressive is a word that means different things to different people. I'm sure there's people out there who would be angry that progressive is attached maybe to Mr. Peskin's housing policy. So we're kind of simplifying things here on the very front end of this. But as we get closer to the race, Liz, boy, this is going to be a big year for politics in the city. As Peskin himself acknowledged, a sense that the city is sort of in a bit of trouble. And that is all going to sit on top of this race as we get closer to November.
All right, it'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, Wilson, please go inside and dry off. Thank you for that report.